Okay. Now going further, the cultural and natural heritage of management. This is one of the main aspects of the applied history. Okay. How to manage our cultural and our natural heritage. जो पुराने जमाने से cultural और natural चीजें हमारे पास है, how to preserve them. That is one of the main aspect of the applied history. Now, this work of conservation and preservation of the cultural heritage, this falls under the jurisdiction of Archaeological Survey of India and India's state departments of archaeology. It is their duty to see that these things are preserved. Besides, there is INTACH, that is the Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. This is actively working in this field. And the work of conservation and preservation of cultural and natural heritage requires participation of experts from various fields. Okay, हर अलग अलग फील्ड से इनको एक्सपर्ट्स की जरूरत पड़ती है. They need to be duly aware of the cultural, social and political histories of the heritage. The principles of applied history are useful in creating the awareness among them. तो ये जितने भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस बनाए गए हैं सबके अपने अपने ड्यूटीज हैं. दे नो देयर ड्यूटीज वेरी वेल एंड दे आर ऑल वर्किंग टू प्रिजर्व आवर कल्चरल एंड नेचुरल हेरिटेज. So first point what we come to know that the operations necessary for the conservation, preservation and development of the heritage site can be handled without causing any change in the original state. So पहला क्या है कि whatever you want to do, you want to develop employment over there, जो भी करना है you can do over there, but you should not change the original structure. जो original state है वो monument का, that should not change. The red fort should not be painted in say black color or say in yellow color. The red fort is made up of that red brick, so वो red ही रहेगा. Okay, you can't change that. Second, the local social structure and psychology of the local people, challenges faced by them in the present situations, and their expectations can be surveyed in detail. So you have to study about that particular people, the local people, how they are staying, what is their mindset, and what problems they are facing, what are the challenges they are facing right now, and what do they expect from the government, from that particular place. Now, due precautions can be taken to avoid hurting sentiments of the local people while completing the projects of conservation, preservation, and development of a heritage site. Suppose there is one temple. That temple is a heritage site, and the temple has become very, very old. People are going there, they are praying. Now, the government decides to carry on some renovation over there. Now, they have to take care that when they carry on the renovation, what will happen? They'll have to close the temple. Now, people who are every day going over there, they will resist. No, we have to go to the temple to pray. So, they should make some means that the temple is not closed. Some particular path is kept open for the devotees to come and pray and go, and on the other side their work of renovation is also carried on. Next is participation of the local people in the project can be facilitated. Next thing is how to make it successful. If you are doing any work in that village for the temple, now take the help of the pujari, take the help of the local people. Tell them that whatever work we are going to go do here, we are going to take the help of you people only, and you people are going to be paid. So they are going to get the remuneration, they are going to get the salary, the money for doing the work. So like this you can take their participation. Then systematic plan can be designed to employ the local skills in a creative way and create better opportunities of livelihood. So try to involve the local people. They should not feel that people from outside are coming in our area and touching our things, because they have got long sentimental emotional attachment होता है उनको वो चीज के साथ. So the government or the people, the department has to be very careful. They have to involve these people so that they feel that government is not doing, we are only doing something to protect our property. Now, certain affiliated professional fields, affiliated means connected. Knowledge of history can be supportive in the decision making with regard to respective legal provisions and public policies in the following fields. Museums and the archives. Museum में क्या होता है? All the old things, all the great things are kept over there so that we can have a look. So museums and archives, all the, you can say, some things declared as heritage, some things very valuable we have got from the archaeological centers, they are all kept in the museums. Whatever we get from the past, things of the past are kept in the museums and archives, whatever we get by digging or something like that, any archaeological survey. Preservation and conservation of the historical site. Then these are the different fields, okay, museum and archives. Preservation and conservation of historical sites, they will deal with only preserving and conserving the palaces, forts and all these sites. Third is tourism and hospitality. So if tourists come to visit these places, what should be the system, whether we should charge them money or not. Then there will be guides who will give the information. Then suppose somebody wants to stay back, so they will have hotels, that is the hospitality. Then how to, for their food there will be some hotels. So this is all tourism and hospitality, this is one field. And then you have entertainment and mass media. Entertainment means the people who are coming over here to visit. Okay, for example, let us take a small example of Vasai itself. There is a Vasai fort. Okay, so Vasai fort, near to the Vasai fort, one museum can be made. So in that museum, whatever we have of the history of Vasai, we can keep those particular things. Okay, किसी राजा का तलवार हो सकता है, it can be a sword, it can be a cap, it can be a crown, okay, it can be some particular idol which was found during that time. So these things can be kept in the museum. Okay, then there will be a department who will take care that we are not dirtying the premises. जो लोग फोर्ट में आ रहे हैं घूमने के लिए, they are not eating and throwing bottles here and there. That one particular thing can be taken care of. Then the tourism, we can have guides, we can have special buses, okay, and taxis who will take them around the entire Vasai and show them all the places of interest. There will be hotels where they can stay back. Entertainment, in the evening we can have in one theater special Vasai folk dances, you know, of the fishermen and all that. And mass media. Mass media means you can publishing all these things in the newspapers also about this, so that people are attracted to come to the Vasai, and Vasai also gets money from the tourists. Now see here in the orange box they are showing the earliest museum of the 6th century BCE in the world was discovered during the excavations at the city of Ur in Mesopotamia. The excavations were conducted by Sir Leonard Woolley. The museum was built by the princess of Mesopotamia. Her name was Annie Geldi. She herself was the curator of the museum. A noteworthy feature of that museum is that the clay tablets inscribed with the descriptions of exhibited artifacts. So, in the 6th century, when excavations were being done, that is when digging was being carried out in the city of Ur in Mesopotamia, there were many tablets. Clay tablets, matlab, you know what is clay, huh? तो क्ले के टॉयज और आइडल्स बनते थे, वैसे टैबलेट्स यानी कि क्यूबॉइड के शेप में ऐसे टैबलेट्स बनते थे. एंड ऑन दैट टैबलेट व्हेन इट वाज वेट दे यूज्ड टू राइट समथिंग, सो दैट वाज inscribed in that. So what she did during that time, she herself made one museum, and all these things which they got from the excavation was kept in the museum. Today also people can go and see that.